When I make people, I like to choose like different real people that I like certain features. So this guy, I was looking at a picture of Steve Buscemi because I really like Steve Buscemi's eyes. And they're not exactly like Steve Buscemi, but he was my model, I guess you could say, on Google Images.
15 stairs and I'm gonna slide them.
So this is me when I was 12 years old in San Francisco at Lincoln because Mike Carroll skated this, so I wanted to. I'm with my dad, he's filming VHS. Huge pants, blonde dyed hair. I think I have a retainer, and I'm like this tiny little guy, and I'm like trying this nose slide, and like I seriously try it like 200 times, and like my dad just found this VHS, and he was just like, wow, you know, it really shows your dedication. He's like, I can't even believe how many times you're trying this.
Great.
This is a Philip K. Dick head, and the reason why it's called that is because I was looking at Philip K. Dick, and then I told Jessica, I said, well, I'm gonna go out in the garage and work on my Philip K. Dick head. Like I call, like when I come and bring back from the foundry, like new toys to play with. Like I don't really like the action figure play with them, but I stare at them and look at them and, you know, get excited off the things that I did, you know, I don't know, it's fun. It's like holding my imagination. I like making really humorous things look really serious. I love to see like something that I consider a joke be like some serious bronze sculpture that's all like classic bronze color and like, I don't know, something just, it's fun. I've never been any other way, so I don't remember ever not like painting or drawing. That's just what I did my entire life. I always had like a lot of ideas and I would try to paint them, but I didn't realize that a lot of my ideas were better sculptures. And then once I started thinking in sculptures, it was like, I had even more ideas, and I was just like, that's all I wanted to do. Skating definitely was the thing that got me out of the house. All my other hobbies are in the house, and so if I'm not going skating, it's very easy for me not to leave the house. I go to the park probably 4 times a week, if not more, depending on who's in town. Because sometimes like people go on trips and stuff, so there's less people to skate with. But like yesterday I went there by myself. It's just a fun place to go, even alone. So this sculpture is called Relax, Jesus. And it's Jesus on a cross-shaped pool float. And he's got heart print shorts and a drink and sunglasses on, and instead of capital punishment, just relaxing on his cross for eternity. I made this sculpture first, which then Jessica was like, I think we should really make a cross-shaped pool float. So we did, and then that's called the Crucifloat. So now I guess this guy's on, Jesus is on a Crucifloat. I've always wrote stuff like sketchbooks and poems. Like I mostly write poems. And I don't really sit around and like write songs. It either happens really naturally or I take poems and put them to music. I remember Jessica told me once, like, nobody likes poems. Like, everyone hates poetry. And I was like, yeah, you know, I think you're right. And so I just started making all my poems into songs. In a land where a ceaseless race is run, it's never quite clear just who has won. They cheer, he with the most coin has more fun. In this land they scream, a time will come for all the dumb and happy numb, who live off crumbs, both old and young, who would not simply follow them, who stick out tongues and extend thumbs These so-called bums pass through towns and wretched slums. My wife, Jessica, is the most supportive woman ever. She helps me to make things happen where if I get frustrated or I can't really make it happen, and so I kind of give up or something like that, and then she'll go, no, let's do this. She's really positive. The time will come, and the system fails, the money's done, and every dollar will equal none. The horror striking all but some.
Oh, his tail's falling off.
Oh, fuck. Then the ones who live for fun, then the ones reduced to crumbs, then the ones considered dumb, the ones who march to their own drum, now kings in a land where they were shunned. If the bum was everyone, the ones who lived only for funds now have a different race to run. So there's lazy, senseless, dumb, worthless, wretched, filthy bum, the one who needs but just a crumb, a little something to wet the tongue, who's happy. So this is the finished product, back from the foundry. His name is the effing, the ineffable. And this little finch is happy with himself and his material body. This woodpecker is knocking at the door of the pineal gland, trying to open himself up to different planes of existence. And then the hummingbird is just eating out of his third eye. My feelings about sharing are changing. Because before I was like, no, don't tell anyone anything. I've just been against sharing, but now I'm trying to not be against anything. I do art, I sing songs, I write stuff. I'm just sharing everything, my whole self.